What is going on? I go by Philly Mike. This is the Philly Talk podcast. But today, the first time in history, the Eagles ain't really involved. It's the Cowboys and the Packers. Cowboys, Eagles arch rival. We played them week 1. They are so foolish, dysfunctional. Traded Micah Parsons to an NFC team, to the Green Bay Packers, once again breaking. Cowboys officially trade Micah Parsons to the Packers. And the Packers go ahead and pay this man $188 million for 4 years, and it includes $136 million guaranteed, the highest non-paid quarterback in the NFL. Thank you, Jerry Jones, for 30 years of dysfunction. Continue it. All you had to do was pay Micah Parsons 2 years ago, and he would have been the 10th highest paid pass rusher. If they would have paid Micah Parsons 2 years ago, he would have been like the 7th, 8th, maybe 9th highest paid pass rusher. Instead, I got to get to the comments, but Lord have mercy on my soul. I don't really go live for ridiculousness, you know? I ain't go live when Scary Terry was acting like he was going to leave and all the shenanigans before, but this is going live worthy. Kevin Quinn, $2 super chat. As a Commander fan, I love this. See, you know what? Giant fans that are coming in here, Commander fans that are coming in here, look, we don't like each other on the football field, and now the Commanders and Eagles beef is starting to grow a little bit more because we both represented the NFC in the championship game. We still drop 55 on y'all head, but we get to all rejoice and just laugh at the Cowboys because they're so ridiculous. You pay him when you're supposed to pay him, and we're talking about the 2025 season. He's not paid more than J.J. Watt, Myles Garrett, Max Crosby. Trey Hendrickson might be making more than him when he gets paid if they would have did it when they supposed to. Why do you think AJ's not the highest paid wide receiver anymore? And Smitty is way down on the totem pole because we get our done right away. 3 years ago, Jalen Hurts was the highest paid quarterback in the NFL. Now he's not top 10. 3 years ago, or 2.5 years, whatever it was. I'm having too much fun to really even count numbers. You just got to do it right. Cowboy fans should be crashing out right now. Let's get to the super chats and then the regular chats. Again, Giant fans, Commander fans, but more importantly, my guys and gals, Eagle fans, let's rejoice. BScar24 with a $2 super chat. To sign Dak over Parsons is crazy work, but I'm here for it, and I love it. You stole the words out of my mouth. I haven't said it yet, so the credit's going to go to you, BScar24. But to literally make Dak Prescott the highest paid quarterback at one time, instead of making your real player the highest paid non-quarterback years ago, which would have resulted in him not being top. Maybe I was a little dramatic with 10, 9, 8, 7, but he would be number 5, number 6 on the totem pole if they got it done right. But Dak Prescott is their guy. And Micah Parsons belongs to the Green Bay Packers, who did the look. That's how, again, the Packers ain't the Eagles, but it's still a respectable, good organization. They traded for him, and they literally paid him 4 years, $188 million, including $136 million guaranteed. Now, I will turn on Adam Schefter's page, but right before I went live, I was reading that there's 2 first-round picks and a front-line player involved. Not sure who the front-line player is. We're going to talk about that in a little bit after we laugh at the Cowboy fans a little bit more. But 2 first-round picks and a frontline player is kind of what I read prior to going to the NFL page and seeing da-na-na, da-na-na. JC with the $20 banger. This is music to our ears. Now, we don't deal with Parsons twice a year. However, he is going to a playoff team in the Packers. We dealt with them wild card weekend. It wasn't as they played up a little fight, but we still beat them by 10 plus. The Packers are a playoff team, and they got better. Are they a threat to the Eagles? And that is part of the title, because I got to keep this Eagle related. That's another thing that Dallas did stupid. If you trade Parsons, throw him to the AFC. Even if Dallas gets good enough to get to the playoffs, could you imagine if Parsons in a game versus the Cowboys with a chance to go to the playoffs sacks Dak 2 or 3 times? It's full circle moment for him, but not for Jerry Jones and the Dallas Cowboy fans. This is hilarious. You can't make this stuff up. For 30 years, bro, you can't make up the dysfunction that is the Dallas Cowboys. I swear to God, no. I swear to God, you can't make this stuff up. And it is hilarious to anybody who's an NFC East fan. You got to laugh at it because we've been witnessing it. Look, I'm not trying to toot the Commanders' horn, but part of the reason the Commanders sucked for so long is because of their owner. Their owner, or the GM, whatever his name, John Snyder. Now, they drafted Jaden Daniels, and he's an upcoming player. Not better than Jalen Hurts. But good things started happening to that franchise once they got rid of John Snyder. Please, Cowboys, don't get rid of Jerry Jones. They almost pushed CeeDee Lamb out. They get the Cowboy fan base so happy by getting George Pickens. Woo! Dak Prescott, George Pickens, CeeDee Lamb. But now the only thing that was holding their defense together, the little slimmer of hope on defense, they got no D tackles. They got no corners. And now they got no linebacker / pass rushers. The little glimmer of hope on defense is now gone. Can't make this up. Rodriguez with a $2 super chat. 2 first rounders and Kenny Clark. So there's the front line player, Kenny Clark. Shout out to Rodriguez for the $2 donation and letting us know. Let's take a look at that exactly. Let's go to notifications, see what's popping off. You got to love it. And if you watch my video I put out today, every Cowboys fan in the world right now, sheesh. If you watch my video that I put out today, I literally said that I literally said in the video I put out today that Cowboy content creators gave up on Micah Parsons being available for week 1. They're talking about he's out the country. I don't know, but I love it. I absolutely love it. Shout out to good old Jerry Jones. Jerry Jones always knows how to make a Cowboy fan sad, but an Eagle fan happy. Look at this. That is crazy. Crazy. But there you go. 2 first rounders and Kenny Clark. Again, right before I got on here, I literally read it was 2 first rounders and a frontline player. And there it is, Kenny Clark. Still, as good as some first rounders are in the NFL, Jalen Carter, Quinyon Mitchell, Devontae Smith, Micah Parsons, you have the occasional first round bust. And I would love for the Cowboys to bust up, them 2 first round picks while Parsons has playoff success decently in the Packers uniform as long as it doesn't affect the Eagles. But the also question, I do want to get the answer to y'all. Does this make the Packers a threat to the Eagles? Because right now, the Eagles are not just top of the NFC. We are top of the NFL, Super Bowl champs. And everybody going to see it week 1 when we drop the banner. You know who won't see the banner drop? Parsons. Not live because he's not a Cowboy. Hey, yo. I was listening to the Cowboy content creators, and I thought there was a possibility that he not going to play and stuff, but no, Lord. This is a beautiful Thursday. It's about to be Labor Day weekend, and the Cowboys just are. Bro, please, God, why am I even? We got Howie, we got Jeff Lurie, we got a respectful ownership. I don't never want to feel some type of way. I don't never want to feel like my best offensive player or defensive player don't want to play for my team. And as much as CeeDee Lamb finally got paid and Dak got played, they put them through the merry-go-round too. But this is ridiculous, and I love it. Rich King said Dallas is going to try and get Arch Manning now. They might as well choke. They might as well not choke, but also, what is it called? They might as well lose on purpose to be in the Arch Manning sweepstakes. Go ahead and do what the Sixers did to get all them first-round picks. Sell it out. I'm with you, Rich King. Dallas is officially in the Arch Manning sweepstakes. Unknown Assassin with the $2 super chat. This means Dallas is done paying crybabies, and that scares me because they are rebuilding. They have always been a playoff team that would fail in the playoffs, but now they are trying their luck in the draft. And honestly, the Cowboys have had some decent draft selections over the years. But still, bro, it's not, I know an assassin. The only reason you should not be scared or nervous is because Jerry Jones is a part of the rebuild. Jerry Jones is a part of it. For 30 years, they've been losing at a rate where they haven't got out the divisional round. Think about that. 30 years, not even an NFC Championship appearance, let alone a win. And they're rebuilding now? That's another 5 years. The Eagles' window of opportunity is actually wide open. You can't be further from the spectrum. They're getting rid of their big-time players to rebuild. We're not only signing new big-time players just last year in Zach Bond and Saquon Barkley, we're retaining ours, and we're drafting good, and we're ready to sign him. This is why we didn't make no big-time moves this offseason. Was Pickens worth losing Micah Parsons? No. Not saying this is the only reason why, but they just do things backwards. You can't be scared of a team with an owner / GM like Jerry Jones. Mike Sadler with a $10 super chat. Go Birds. This is crazy. Laughing emojis. Those picks are going to be late anyways, right? Hey, 2 first-round picks, right? I'm thinking in back-to-back years. If the Packers are playing with the Philadelphia Eagles in the next 2 years, if the Packers make it to the divisional round or NFC Championship, they probably going to have to see us. And them picks, we're going to dust them off, though. This is ain't nothing can take my demeanor down at this moment. So, yeah, they're going to be 27, 28, 27, 26, 28. That's what they gave up for Micah Parsons and Kenny Clark. They should be pretty late. The Packers were a playoff team last year. They got beat by these Super Bowl champions in wild card. I think the Packers are, listen, prior to this trade, if you ask me the top teams in the NFC, of course, the Eagles are numero uno. But then other teams that could compete, let's watch out for the Lions. Of course, watch out for the Commanders. Watch out for the Rams. Watch out for the Packers. Maybe the Niners, if they stay healthy, the Bucks. But the Packers were a team that I would at least mention. They were a playoff team last year, and they most likely would be a playoff team this year, and they just got Parsons. And now, I don't got to hate the guy that much. I'm not a fan of the Packers because they on some baby bag. I don't want the Eagles to do the brotherly show. Shut up, Packers. So I can't be too nice to the Packers because they voted against. They're the one who started the whole push thing. But shout out to the Packers this time. But the Packers got a Packer. And if you know what the word Packer to me means, Micah Parsons is a crybaby. He is a sore loser. He is a run his mouth on a podcast kind of guy, but he's talented. And he's not in Dallas no more. And we'll see you. When do we play the Packers? I think week 10, week 11. We'll see Micah Parsons and the Packers. And Parsons ain't going to help you stop the brotherly shove. Oh, no, it's not. So we could do both. We could a little bit make fun of the Packers and the Cowboys on this show. But again, at least the Packers are a respectable organization to where when they make the trade, they pay them right away. 4 years, $188 million with 136 guaranteed, the new highest paid non-quarterback. But as Mike Sadler said, those picks are going to be late anyways. Later. Not the latest, but later. You gave him away for 2 25th overall picks and Kenny Clark. JC with another $20 banger. He said, Michael Irvin, I can't wait to hear your pain. Sheesh. Michael Irvin can't stay calm on the microphone as it is. Every Dallas Cowboys, announcer / ex-player / I can't wait to hear all the microphones go off. From content creators to beat writers to co-hosts on show. Oh my god, radio and oh my. What would it like? We don't even have to feel, or we can't even fathom us losing. Imagine Jalen Carter's contract's coming up, and we just say, "Nah, bro, we don't want to pay you." Could you imagine the Eagles not paying Jalen Carter, or Quinyon Mitchell, or Fletcher Cox back in the day? Could you imagine them playing with Jalen Hurts' money? Almost making A.J. Brown walk. And then letting your top defensive player walk. And again, what the Packers paid him was a big-time contract. Jerry Jones made the Packers pay this much and made it that he would have had to pay this much to even keep Parsons because he should have paid him. When Devontae Smith got paid, Jerry Jones should have paid Parsons. They were drafted the same year. Jerry Jones, all you got to do is look across the NFC East and say, let me just try to copy Howie a little bit. When we paid Smitty, if Parsons was paid then, he would be like the 5th or 6th highest paid pass rusher due to the contracts always going to the next man up. And none has been worried about. But Jerry Jones, just Jerry Jones. Ace Lux with a $2 super chat. Arch not coming out until 2027. They better get used to losing for the next 2 years. 2 years of straight losing to guarantee the front row seat for the sweepstakes of Arch Manning. Burgame 336 with a $10 super chat. But Mike, the Packers are a playoff team. So the first round picks would be late round picks. Long live Jerry. Jerry. I freaking love Jerry Jones. Jerry Jones, please don't ever stop doing you. Burgame 336, you said exactly what my guy Mike Sandler said if you just getting in here. Packers were a playoff team last year. Without Micah Parsons, they were picking in the 20s. With Micah Parsons, they still going to fall short to the Philadelphia Eagles, respectfully. But yeah, you gave Micah Parsons up for a 2026 first round pick. That's probably going to be pick number 24, 25, or 26. And a 2027 first round pick that's going to be pick 24, 25, or 26. 2 late first round picks and Kenny Clark. Long live Jerry. Gunny Mac with a $2 super chat. Archie Manning isn't declaring until next year. He's in 2027. I kind of knew. I knew he wasn't coming this year. I wasn't exactly sure when he was coming. But I think the person who made that super chat did it to even be more funny. Even if he comes in 2027, Cowboys are going to, this is how you know it's going to be the real rebuild, right? They got rid of Parsons. They're still going to try to make the playoffs because they got that high-powered offense. Dak Prescott, George Pickens, CeeDee Lamb. They're going to put up points, and their defense is going to allow more points. They're going to win 7-8 games. 7-8 games, miss the playoffs. Then they're going to start really talking about Dak. And that's when the tanking is going to even come more. So this is the first year of the tank. They're going to be in position though around 2027. Just remember this conversation. But I hear you, Gunny Mac. Good stuff keeping us on our P's and Q's. Same with Absolute Ace Lux, keeping us on our P's and Q's. Green Wingman with the $5 super chat. After I supported you, I'm going to be watching every Dallas content creator crashing out. Hey, shout out. Listen, real talk. I can appreciate that, Green Wingman. Come in here, show some love to your boy Philly Mike, laugh it up with me a little bit, and then go to all the Cowboy content creators, whether they're doing live streams, videos. That shit gotta be funny because I'm telling you something. Let me tell you this, actually, Green Wingman. As soon as I get off this joint, I got to get my son ready for practice. But for the rest of the day, I'm going to be watching my son's practice and watching Cowboy content creators just lose it. Lose it. Absolutely lose it. I'm with you, Green Wingman. Stark with the $2 super chat. Jerry Jones is Donald Trump of the NFL. Laughing my butt off. I don't want to get into the political side of the world, but Jerry Jones is one of one. Let me just say Jerry Jones is one of one. And as an Eagle fan, I love Jerry. I know Cowboy fans can't stand him. He definitely cares about the money side of football more than the winning side of football because his actions say it. Simple and plain. You can't want to win and not pay your top guys. You can't want to win and prolong paying your top guys. That's why Dak makes that much. That's why CeeDee makes that much. And now that's why you lost Parsons, because you play around too much. You play around too much. Wisconsin said Mark Holmes probably just fired up the grill. He going to eat his emotions away. Look, hold up. I got to read this. This is a Cowboy fan saying he don't care. Yo, what is it like that? Like the 5 signs of grief? My man's already on the 5th sign already. It's been like 25 minutes and he's already there. How did he get that far? You gotta go through the crying, the anger, the I don't understand, I don't even know why, and then it doesn't matter. Whatever it is. It's just I don't really care. He said, bro, we don't give a bleep. I was asking them to send Micah to the Eagles so we can beat the 2 times a year. 2 first rounders and a D tackle. You couldn't beat us with him. You ain't beating us without him. Take your ass to 2027 and go draft Arch Manning. Just take a break. Take a nice year and a half off of the NFL and just wait for the Arch Manning sweepstakes. You ain't beating nothing, Texas Smoke. You crazy. You got that Jerry Jones syndrome. The sentence you just typed, you physically typed, bruh, I don't give a crap. I was asking him to send Michael to the Eagles. First of all, you weren't asking him to send Michael anywhere, especially not the Eagles. This is why Jerry Jones does what he does, because fans be really talking like this. Delusion. Terrell Glover with a $2 super chat. We could have given 2 first and Jordan Davis. Nah. Micah Parsons is a very good player. Very good player. But I'm not giving up 2 firsts and Jordan Davis. Yes, if we're winning, the first will be super late. I understand that. But there are some crybaby issues, which actually fits Dallas. There's some accountability issues, which fit Dallas. I don't know if Parsons would fit the Eagles. He's a great talent, and next to Jalen Carter would be impossible to guard. But we got to pay the Jalen Carters, the Quinyon Mitchells, sooner rather than later. And although money's coming up, we've been drafting good. We've been drafting A1 talent. But it does help the Packers turn their playoff team into now a more competitive team to the Eagles, but not competitive enough to where I'm like, oh no, we can't beat the Packers. But we will have to put some respect on their name just a little bit more. But if Cowboy fans thought we didn't respect them before, the Giants might beat y'all at least once. Cowboys are going to be demoralized by this. Their players are going to be demoralized by this. This joint is happening a week until opening night. I did forget that Kenny Clark is a D tackle though, but still, y'all didn't have a defense with Parsons. He was the last shred of defense you had left. Wisconsin Eagle fans said Eagles going to smoke them boys by 21 next Thursday. 21 easily. Joe said, Philly Mike, Packers will be better, but after last year and what we all seen with Vic's defense, what Vic defense can do, I have no problem believing we will be parading again in February. I'm with you. The Packers got better, but I don't think it's enough to beat us. Again, we beat them by 10 points. They did lose Jair Alexander, but he wasn't there also in the playoffs. We'll see. This is 100% true. AC Fit 79. For those just tuning in, I'm going to say it one more time. The Dallas Cowboys officially traded Micah Parsons to the Green Bay Packers for 2 first-round picks and Kenny Clark. 2 first-round picks and Kenny Clark, which is a D tackle. Upon the trade, the Packers went ahead and signed Micah Parsons to a 4-year, $188 million deal with the $136 million guaranteed. So Parsons is now the highest paid non-quarterback. Cowboys get 2 first-round picks and a D tackle. However, if the Packers were playing in Wild Card Weekend last year, now they got Parsons. You would think they're going to be at least a wild card or a divisional round or maybe an NFC championship type team losing to the Eagles. However, them 2 first-round picks the Cowboys are going to get are going to be later than 24. They're going to be later-ish round picks in the first round. Jerry Jones, you are the MVP. Jerry Jones is the real MVP. Cowboy fans might not even watch week 1. They're so hurt. They gotta be so hurt, bro. George Jones said, if I was Dallas, I would forfeit the first game. Hey, yo, Jerry Jones should just call into the league and be like, yo, I'll take a bye week 1. I'll take a bye week 1, and I'll play during my bye whenever it is. We're not trying to go up out there right now. Jerry! Skeletor 70 with the $19.33 super chat. Appreciate the love. Appreciate the support. He said, this is such great news. I just changed my license to organ donor so I can help Jerry Jones live forever. Go Birds! Everybody should have organ donor on their driver's license just in case Jerry Jones needs an extra something. We got to keep this man living. I need for my 10-year-old son to be in his mid-20s talking about, my dad used to tell me Jerry Jones done some crazy stuff, and he's still doing it. Now look, I don't play around with anything like dementia or nothing like that. I don't play around with that. But until I hear he's diagnosed with it, no, it's called delusion. It's not. I didn't hear he's diagnosed with anything. It's delusion, and he's not the only one. Talk to a Cowboy fan. Talk to a 25-year-old Cowboy fan. The conversation might start nice, but then they're gonna start saying some shit where you're like, "Bro, are you okay, bro? Like seriously." I'm not even trying to come at you or nothing. Like, bro, are you okay? Cowboy fans they learn the apple don't far from the apple don't far. I can't even speak because I'm too. Hold on. The apple don't fall far from the tree. And if Jerry Jones, big papa to the Cowboy Nation, they need to just be doing this. Woo-sa. Woo-sa. Yeah. As an Eagle fan, and even if there is still some Commanders and Giant fans out there, shout out to y'all too. Y'all get the laugh too. But man, I never ever went live for another team's breaking news. But because they kept them in the NFC, because it's the Packers who are a playoff team, because the Packers also try to ban the tush push, and because I hate the Cowboys with my soul. This is funny. You know how fun it is to watch the Cowboys lose any game on Sunday? Like when the Eagles win, I'm so happy. The Eagles, there's no better feeling in football than an Eagles victory. But the second best feeling is the Cowboys loss. And literally, the Cowboy fans are in full effect. I got to go see listen, I got a couple of homies who are Cowboy fans, especially in this YouTube game. Shout out to J Tuck and CFT and DMV and Law and Balls Cowboy. We going to need to check in on them. Like, check in on them. And as soon as I'm done doing this, I'm going to get ready for my son's football practice. And I'm going to check in on them. Shout out to Skeletor70, though. He said, this is such great news. I just changed my license to organ donor so I can help Jerry live forever. Go Birds! Hit the like button if you're just getting in here. Just hit the like button. Just because. Unless you're a Cowboy fan, then I wouldn't hit it if I was you either. But if you're Eagles, Giants, or Commander fan, hit the like button. It's free. It's easy. Don't cost a thing. And it's greatly appreciated. Big Zay said, Philly Mike checks your notifications. I tagged you in something. Let me see. My Twitter notifications are going crazy right now. What'd you tag me in? You're going to have to do it again, though. There's too much coming up. I can't even see it. Just Blaze said Jerry is diagnosed with Cowboy syndrome. That is factual right there. Keep that, John. Keep that, John. Long live Jerry. I'm with you. Kenny said, bro, this dude never learns. So glad to have a GM that learns from his mistakes. Actually, I think Jerry Jones' mistakes, he just tries to top the next one. Like, our GM learns from his mistakes. Jerry gets worse. He's like, oh, I could even do better than that. Y'all want to see some dysfunction? I'll show you some dysfunction. Curtis said, I love this. Cowboy fans are probably ready to burn down AT&T Stadium. Shit, they got to sell the T in AT&T Stadium. That shit just called at. They ready to burn it down. They already burnt the last T in AT&T. It's just at and stadium. At and stadium. At a stadium. Illuminati with the $2 super chat. DE Valley, stand up. Division is on lock now. Shoot, the division was on lock from the gate. The Cowboys would have been better with Micah Parsons, but they weren't ready to see the Eagles or maybe the Commanders in the division. But now, when stuff goes sideways for the Cowboys this year, they'll be looking to get rid of Dak next. I don't know if they can, though, because of the no trade clause. And man, oh man, the Cowboys are a hot mess. Hot mess. Never could this be the Philadelphia Eagles. And the Packers capitalized. They gave up on their best player and really sent them to an NFC team that's trying to get to where they're trying to get. That's crazy. Roberto said, let's hope Jerry doesn't trade for Hendrickson from the Bengals. I mean, we would have to see what they give up. But Hendrickson is no Micah Parsons. Hendrickson's put together 2 great years, but he's over 30. Parsons is in his prime. That's crazy. Jerry Jones literally went out and got George Pickens and tried to sell Cowboy fans hope and dream and faith and possibly winning games in the playoffs just to turn around, drag this out until a week before the season starts, and then trade Micah Parsons. Trade him. Holy shit. It's getting late. You can't make this stuff up. Let's see how many likes we got on the stream, though. If Cowboy fans came here, I know they definitely hitting thumbs down. I ain't even mad at them for that, to be honest. Like, I would do it too. At this point, there's no going back for Cowboy fans. Roberta, Mike, Jerry won't be paying Henderson almost $50 million, probably half like he wanted to pay Parsons. You're right, but it still makes them a worse team because who knows how Trey Hendrickson's is still. I don't think the last 2 years of Trey Hendrickson. He ain't going to give you exactly that this year. He's like what, 30, about to be 31. So he's not going to play as good as he was when he was 28, 29, but it's still something, I guess. I hear you on that. Let's see how many we got. 400 likes. That's a decent amount for NFC East fans being up here. But listen, if you haven't hit the like button, hit it. It's free. It's easy. Don't cost a thing. We ain't going to be on here too much longer because I do got to go to my son's practice. I can't even talk because, again, I just can't stop laughing in my head. Ace Lukes with the $5 super chat. Jerry traded him to the Packers in hopes they could beat us. He's not dumb. Jerry Jones is a desperate man. Jerry Jones is a weird man. He's a dysfunctional man. He's a crazy man. He is a rich man. But he's all the other things I just said. Ace Luck said Jerry Jones knew that the Cowboys couldn't beat us. He knew that the Cowboys couldn't beat us, so he traded them to the Packers in hope that the Packers could beat the Eagles and at least stop the Eagles from winning another one. Ace Looks, that's some crazy conspiracy theory type stuff. And I would say that's absolutely not true. Except for it's the Cowboys. And anything is possible with the Cowboys because they're that crazy. Shout out to my guy dropping some funny things in the chat. Ace with another $5 banger. Appreciate the love, my guy. Unfortunately for Jerry, the Packers still can't with us. They still can't. The Packers were the team that tried to eliminate the tush push, a.k.a. brotherly shove. We gonna do that on the Packers with Parsons on the sideline, Parsons in the game, Parsons not on the team. It doesn't matter. He ain't stopping the brotherly shove. And remember, Parsons, it don't matter if you're wearing a Green Bay Packer jersey. You got to go through pave the lane. He's been paving the lane twice a year on you, and it ain't going to change. You just only got to go against Lane once time this year. Actually, you still might have to play him twice this year. Once in the regular season, when we drop 30, when we drop 20 brotherly shoves on you, and one more time in the playoffs, where we beat you in wild card weekend again. Matter of fact, we ain't going to beat you in wild card weekend because we ain't going to be playing in wild card weekend. You know what I'm saying? Jimbo 2 with a $2 super chat. Didn't know Jerry took on blow. Didn't know Jerry took on blow along with booze. Jerry's Jerry. Jerry is Jerry, bro. Man, this is crazy. And I am happy for Micah, too. Imagine being an edge rusher for the Packers, shipped off to Dallas like a pocket change in this trade. That junk got to hurt. I don't think it was an edge rusher, though. I think it was a D tackle, Kenny Clark. But I'm with you, Philly repping. I'm happy Micah got paid. Parlayed. Paid. Jay Reese said losing Clark is going to hurt. Yeah, it might. But adding Parsons is going to help. Kyrios I with the $5 super chat. Sending him to the team that stole their lunch money in the playoffs is crazy, right? When the NFL introduced the 7th seed, that was the first year of the Jordan Love saga, and the Packers started, popping at the end of the season. The first year ever of the 7th seed edition, Cowboys won the division, the NFC East. The Packers were the 7th seed wild card team. They came into Jerry World, dusted them off, and a couple years later, they sent their best defensive player to the team that dusted them off. Shout out to KI for reminding us the Packers stole the Cowboys' lunch money. And because they stole their lunch money, they were able to pay Parsons when they traded for him. Oh, yo, that Philly Fresh. How you feeling about this? What Dallas get for him? Oh, I got to sneeze. Dallas got in exchange for Micah Parsons 2 first-round picks and Kenny Clark. So they got another defensive lineman and Kenny Clark and 2 first-round picks. And when you first hear the 2 first-rounders, you're probably like, ooh, 2 first-rounders. But let's dive deep into it a little bit. If all goes good, the Packers were a playoff team last year. They got Parsons. They should be a playoff team this year. So if they get beat in the wild card, low 20s. If they get beat in the divisional round, mid 20s. If they get beat in the NFC Championship round, late 20s. I don't see the Cowboys getting a pick under 21. I think the next 2 years, the Packers are going to be in the playoff mix unless injuries happen. So in context, it might be 2 23rd overall picks and Kenny Clark for Micah Parsons. And who's to say they're going to pay them either? The crazy thing is this. If Jerry Jones paid Micah Parsons when Devontae Smith got paid, he'd be under contract already for still a while. He wouldn't be making more money. He would have been like the 5th highest paid defensive end in the game. They would have paid him a couple years ago when Smitty got paid. Myles Garrett would be making more. Max Crosby will be making more. JJ Watt will be making more. There'll be a couple people making more. But they didn't. They lost him. But the Packers said, we'll pay. He got 4 years, $188 million with $136 guaranteed. Highest non-paid quarterback. But again, we've been live for 46 minutes. That's a little bit too long laughing at the Cowboys. I love y'all to death. Make sure you hit the like button if you haven't hit it. It's free, it's easy, and don't cost a thing. If you didn't watch today's video, go watch today's video as well. Because in the video, I literally said that Cowboy content creators are giving up on Parsons. They don't believe he's going to be there week 1. They're talking about he's leaving the country. I said he's not playing against the Eagles. I didn't say, though, in today's video that he'd be traded to the Packers. That's the funny part. BTA coming to the Cowboys to a theater near you on Thursday, September 4th. With all that being said, I go by Philly Mike. This is the Philly Talk Podcast. Do you boy a favor? I already said that, but hit the like, subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, and I'll catch you on the next one. Cowboys stink, as 500 would say. We out. Peace.
This is Philly Talk with Philly Mike. Talking sixes in the bird gang, that's I like. Competition, we ain't scared, yeah, that's what we like. Win or lose, you know we showing up and we gon' fight. You see we strive for the sky every day that go by. And every single week we screaming fly, Eagles fly. This is Philly Talk with Philly Mike, yeah. This is Philly Talk with Philly Mike, yeah.